Welcome to JoJo Movies Hub. In today's video, we're counting down the top 10 best army and war movies filled with intense battles and epic fight scenes. If you love action-packed military films, you're in the right place. Make sure to stick around till the end and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with more amazing movie content. Let's dive into the action. Number 10. The Siege of Jadotville. The Siege of Jadotville, 2016, tells the true story of Irish UN peacekeepers during the 1961 Congo crisis. Commandant Pat Quinlan, Jamie Dornan, leads 150 soldiers who are besieged by a larger force of French and Belgian mercenaries in the town of Jadotville. Despite being outnumbered and cut off from reinforcements, Quinlan's men defend themselves against relentless attacks for 5 days. They inflict heavy casualties on the enemy while suffering no deaths. However, with no supplies left, they are forced to surrender. Back home, their bravery is initially downplayed for political reasons, and it takes decades for their heroism to be fully recognized. The film highlights the courage and resilience of soldiers facing impossible odds. The Siege of Jadotville also sheds light on the political maneuvering during the Congo crisis, showing how the soldiers' efforts were initially downplayed to protect the UN's reputation. Number 9. The Forgotten Battle. The Forgotten Battle, 2020, is a Dutch war drama set during the Battle of the Scheldt in 1944. It follows 3 characters: Tuntje Visser, a Dutch woman caught between Nazi occupation and resistance; Marinus van Staveren, a Dutch soldier in the Waffen-SS who becomes disillusioned with the Nazis; and William Sinclair, a British glider pilot stranded during Operation Market Garden. Tuntje's brother Dirk is arrested by the Germans and executed, which pushes her into the resistance. Marinus tries to help her but is forced into combat. Tuntje smuggles vital intelligence to the Allies, which helps them cross the Scheldt. The final battle for Walcheren Island sees Marinus and Sinclair face off, but they spare each other. Marinus dies protecting Tuntje, and the Allies win control of the port of Antwerp. The Battle of the Scheldt was crucial for the Allies as it secured the port of Antwerp, which became a vital supply route for the liberation of Western Europe. Number 8. All Quiet on the Western Front. All Quiet on the Western Front, 2022, is a brutal portrayal of World War I, directed by Edward Berger. The film follows young German soldier Paul Baumer, Felix Kammerer, who, driven by patriotism, enlists to fight. As Paul faces the harsh realities of battle, his idealism quickly fades. The horrors of war, including death and destruction, take a heavy toll on him. The movie depicts the brutal conditions of trench warfare and the dehumanizing effects of conflict. Stunning cinematography and long, intense takes emphasize the horrors soldiers endure. Paul's journey showcases the futility and devastation of war. The film explores themes of trauma, survival, and loss. Ultimately, All Quiet on the Western Front is a poignant anti-war statement. The film also highlights the contrast between the brutal front lines and the political negotiations, showing how the higher-ups remain detached from the suffering of the soldiers. Number 7. The Tomorrow War. The Tomorrow War follows Dan Forrester, Chris Pratt, a teacher drafted into a future war against alien creatures called White Spikes. Soldiers from 2051 arrive in the present to recruit civilians as humanity faces extinction. Dan is sent to the future, where the aliens relentlessly attack. He learns his daughter, Maury, Yvonne Strahovski, is leading the fight to save humanity. With help from his father, J.K. Simmons, Dan uncovers the White Spike's origins. Together, they devise a plan to stop the invasion. The fate of humanity depends on altering the past and future. Dan must make a sacrifice to ensure survival. The film combines action, sci-fi, and themes of family and sacrifice. Dan discovers that the key to defeating the White Spikes lies in a chemical weapon that can neutralize them, but time is running out to implement the plan. Number 6. Hacksaw Ridge. Hacksaw Ridge, 2016, directed by Mel Gibson, tells the true story of Desmond Doss, Andrew Garfield, a pacifist and devout Christian who enlists in the U.S. Army during World War II as a medic. Refusing to carry a weapon due to his beliefs, Doss faces skepticism and ridicule from fellow soldiers. Despite the challenges, he proves his courage and determination. During the brutal Battle of Okinawa, Doss single-handedly saves 75 men without firing a shot, earning the Medal of Honor. The film showcases the horrors of war, highlighting the themes of faith, bravery, and conviction. With gripping battle scenes and emotional depth, it explores Doss's remarkable journey of standing up for his principles. The film emphasizes both the human cost of war and the extraordinary acts of heroism that emerge in the most unlikely places. Number 5. Narvik. Narvik, 2022, follows Corporal Gunnar Toft during the Battle of Narvik in April-June 1940, as Nazi Germany invades Norway. Gunnar returns home to visit his wife, Ingrid, and their son, Ole, only to be caught in the chaos as German forces land. The Norwegians and allies, including French troops, battle the Germans for control of the strategic port. Ingrid, torn between survival and loyalty, secretly aids the British consul while trying to protect her family. After being captured, Gunnar returns to fight. As the war intensifies, Ingrid's actions are discovered, creating tension between her and Gunnar. The film highlights sacrifice, moral dilemmas, and the personal cost of war. The town's fate hinges on the courageous efforts of the Norwegians and their allies. In the end, Gunnar and Ingrid find a fragile reconciliation. Number 4. Mosul. Mosul, 2019, follows the Nineveh SWAT team, an Iraqi police unit made up of Mosul natives, as they fight to reclaim their city from ISIS. Kawa, a young police officer, joins the team after losing his uncle in battle. The team, led by Major Jazim, is driven by personal vengeance, as each member has lost family to ISIS. They face brutal challenges, including a car bomb and an explosive drone attack. As Kawa grows frustrated with the team's secrecy, he uncovers a betrayal within their ranks. The team's mission is to liberate their captured families. In the end, Kawa's resolve strengthens, and he takes up the fight for justice. The film highlights both the brutality of war and the courage of those seeking freedom. Mosul portrays the harrowing battle for the city, with the SWAT team battling not just ISIS forces but also internal betrayals, while Kawa's journey reveals the personal stakes of war and the ultimate sacrifice for freedom. Number 3. Greyhound. Greyhound, 2020, follows Commander Ernie Krause, Tom Hanks, captain of the U.S. Navy destroyer USS Greyhound, as he leads an Allied convoy across the Atlantic during World War II. Krause faces constant attacks from German U-boats, with limited resources and depth charges. Despite the challenges, he outmaneuvers the enemy submarines using tactical skill. After heavy fighting and the loss of some crew members, Krause calls for reinforcements, breaking radio silence. The convoy receives air cover, and Krause sinks multiple U-boats, ensuring their survival. His ship suffers damage, but the crew's resilience keeps them going. As the convoy reaches safety, Krause's leadership is celebrated. The film showcases the relentless nature of naval warfare and Krause's bravery. Number 2. The Red Sea Diving Resort. The Red Sea Diving Resort is a gripping spy thriller based on real events, telling the story of Israeli Mossad agent Ari Levinson, Chris Evans, and his covert mission to rescue Ethiopian Jewish refugees from war-torn Sudan in the 1980s. To carry out the mission, Ari rents an abandoned resort on the Red Sea coast, using it as a cover to smuggle refugees to safety. The resort, once a holiday village, becomes a front for a daring operation known as Operation Moses. While running the resort, Ari and his team, including Rachel Ryder, Haley Bennett, and Khabib Bimro, Michael K. Williams, secretly evacuate refugees, all while facing constant threats from Sudanese authorities and risking their lives. As the operation progresses, their cover is blown, leading to a high-stakes escape involving a final airlift under the watchful eye of the Sudanese military. The film highlights themes of bravery, deception, and the moral complexities of espionage. Number 1. Criminal Code. Criminal Code is a Brazilian true crime drama on Netflix, inspired by the 2017 heist in Ciudad del Este, Paraguay. It follows federal police officers investigating a massive robbery at Prosegur, where millions were stolen. One officer's personal connection intensifies the case, as the man who killed his partner is suspected to be among the thieves. The investigation reveals a larger criminal network spanning Brazil and Paraguay. The series combines intense action with a complex web of deception. Praised for its gripping story, it's noted for its thrilling chase but criticized for weak dialogue. A second season has been confirmed. If you liked this video, then please like, share and subscribe the channel and tell in the comment which movie did you like.